Okay. Hi, this is Ice Blue 333. Currently, it is June the 13th, 2025. I've been working on this video since what, yesterday? I think around like 10 o'clock a.m. And now it's like a whole other day and it's like 2 o'clock a.m. So I think that the point in the video that I'm at is where I said I was going to pivot from talking about Hillary Clinton to talking about Alabama politics and me trying to get the lottery brought to Alabama and also marijuana like fully legalized in Alabama as well. So I'm gonna pause right here and I'm gonna get started with the second part of the video. So, and I did say that I was gonna pivot to something else. After I made my prediction or whatever, because I'm tired of watching the news every day, and it's like Cash Patel is like he says, "Oh, give me 2 weeks." Bitch, it's been like fucking 3 or 4. Where's the release of all this information, this transparency? And the thing about it is that I may come off as like being wrong or whatever. I'm not wrong. The astrology is always right. It's the astrologer that can always mess things up. And so I think things could go down on the 30th of July, 2025. Because that's the next time that Hillary Clinton would have a progressed aspect in her chart. And it's the same progressed aspect that caused the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Except for one thing. Her progressed the progression is her progressed moon making an aspect to her progressed Mars. However, in I think it was 1998, January 26th, when she had the progressed aspect in her chart to Mars, but her progressed Mars was not retrograde, and so it could have been that's why it was Bill Clinton instead of her. Hillary Clinton's progressed Mars, I forgot when it went retrograde. But all I know is that it's retrograde now. And so it's going retrograde inside of her progressed chart. And so when it hits again this time from the same house, from the same houses in her chart, it could probably be her that has a major scandal. And if it's not the Crossfire Hurricane investigation going wrong or whatever, it could be the Epstein list and it could be Bill Clinton. So that's all I can see. I don't Hillary Clinton, I mean, and I don't have anything against Hillary Clinton. I'm looking at the astrology. That's all I'm looking at. I don't know what she's done. I haven't done too much research into her. I've seen the video that Trump posted or whatever. I don't care. I care about the astrology. And all I know is that her chart looks the worst out of everyone's. That's all I know. So let me see here. Is there anything else? I think that's it for now. When I said I was done with this, just look out and be careful on July the 30th. Also, look out and be careful on June the 14th, which is Flag Day. There's protests saying that it's gonna be no Kings Day or something like that. All I know is that the progression that hit inside of Obama's chart that hit on the 10th, and the progression that hit in Hunter Biden's chart that hit on the 11th of June. Those progressions, that energy plays out for weeks. So whatever the Democrats or these protesters expect to do or expect to happen, it's going to cause a major restriction and loss towards Obama, Hunter Biden, and Hillary Clinton, and I think and Biden. I'm going to call him Barack Biden, Joe Biden. Forgot his doggone name, but yeah, they're all having bad progressions right now, and Donald Trump, he has a progression to his nose that hit on the 7th or the 8th of June. And so it's something that he has to do that's karmic. And it's gonna pretty much be very, very bad for those Democrats. And like I said, Kamala Harris will get lucky. She will get lucky. Let me see who else. And in regards to the midterm elections that's going to happen in 2026, I said this might be my last video in regards to this. Donald Trump's going to be he's going to be disappointed in regards to the results of the midterm elections in 2026. However, if Gavin Newsom runs in 2028, either way, because Kamala Harris, she'll be shocked around that time too. So either way, I don't think that the Democrats are going to be too happy about the presidential election in 2028. And I will just leave it there. I'm gonna pivot to Alabama politics. Next year, 2026, that's going to be a huge year for Alabama. And I do want to do my best to try to find a way to repeal or get rid of the bill that Governor Kay Ivey signed. The bill is called HB 455, and what it did was it pretty much banned vapes in, I think, retail stores, mom and pop shops, and it also pretty much it shuts down vape shops. But I think by the end of on January 1st, by January 1st, all these restrictions and stuff are going to go into these mom and pop shops that and vape shops that have put in their whole life's savings to start a business. And this governor, Kay Ivey, she signed this bill and just messed up their whole plan in regards to the legalization of marijuana. And the person who made this bill, his name is Andy Witt. He's also been in charge of the gaming bill, the casinos that are coming to Alabama or whatever. He's been in charge of that. And I think we haven't had a lottery in Alabama since 1999. This man has been in charge of that, I think, since 2003. He's had 23 years to bring the lottery to Alabama. And he's saying, oh, well, we tried, we'll find out. This man, he's for the state. He wants the state to run everything. Just like he wants the state to run the marijuana, the vapes in regard, because he created HB 455. Andy Witt. He made this bill so that he could regulate, so that he could have the state regulate marijuana. Which pushes out the way the mom and pop shops that have been trying to sell these vapes, and the people and the vape shops and the smoke shops that have invested inside of that business, inside of that industry, and with one pen stroke, Andy Witt and Kay Ivey just destroyed tens of thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of lives. And we've been trying to get marijuana legalized for a very long time. And so I want to bring, I want to put eyes on that. I want them out of office. I mean, Kay Ivey's gone, but I want Andy Witt gone too. And a few others too. Because like I said, he's been in charge. He's been in charge of the gaming bill for roughly, I think, 23 years, if I'm not mistaken. But I've watched the videos. I've read up on it. I read up as much as I could. And if I'm mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong. But he's been in charge of this for 23 years, and we still don't have a casino. He needs to be out. He's up for re-election in 2026, and I think I want to create a slogan: anyone but Andy Witt. and Kay Ivy's gone anyway. So yeah, she don't really matter at this point. But I want to, if my prediction is wrong, I still want to do my best to bring the casino and the lottery, Mega Millions and Powerball to Alabama, and I want the legalization of marijuana in Alabama. Because like I said, if the Republicans won't do it, a Democrat will. And I do know that Doug Jones, he's eyeing the governor, the position of the governor of Alabama. So we'll see what happens. I will do my best to step up and try to make that happen. I want two bills on the next ballot so that the people can vote for it. I want, because Andy Witt, he wants the state to run everything. And I'm like, nah. That's the reason why they haven't passed a casino a gaming bill in regards to Alabama. And it's funny how they were so quick to sign a bill to pretty much regulate THC and marijuana and THC 8, THC 9, and well, I think it's Delta 8, Delta 9, and THC 8 or whatever. They were so quick to sign that bill, but we tried to set up and get a gaming bill. We want the people to vote for to have the casino inside of Alabama, and nothing. But they quickly they signed the HB 455 bill with the quickness and destroying all these hemp shops, these smoke shops in Alabama. The same thing's been done inside of Texas, and I think Tennessee too. And I'm like, nah. Andy Witt is up for re-election in 2026, and I want to create a slogan: anyone but Andy Witt. Anyone. I don't care if it's Doug Jones. So my next video is going to be about pretty much trying to put a focus on getting the casino brought to Alabama and getting marijuana in some form or fashion legalized in Alabama, and not have the casino nor marijuana completely regulated by the state. We want smoke shops that are not being controlled by the ABC board. And I wonder, does this man have any kind of money coming to him from the ABC board or something like that? And does he have plans of having some money from a casino coming to him? I'm just wondering, because I'm like, why? Because this man has a tight hold. He has a tight hold on this casino bill. Like, what is he trying to have some money funneled towards him in some way? Because I mean, the casino will produce a lot of money, and if you have any kind of hand inside of that pot, that's generational wealth, generational wealth. So, yeah, I want to look into that, and I also want to look into the marijuana bill, the HB 455 bill, because it's like they blocked. I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to put an emphasis on this. Anyway, bye for now.